Hello students, in this video we are going to learn about the Boden's mate. Now let's look at what the Boden's mate is. In this position we are white and look, the bishop is controlling this diagonal, specifically these two dark squares. So here white played queen cross c6, white sacrificed the queen. Black has to play b cross c6 and you play bishop a6. This pattern is known as the Boden's mate, where one bishop is controlling the dark squares and another bishop is controlling the light squares from a different diagonal. So all the light squares and dark squares are covered and both bishops give a checkmate. This is known as the Boden's mate. It is also known as the Caesar mate. It's like a Caesar, where one bishop is attacking from this diagonal and another bishop is attacking from this diagonal, and it becomes a Caesar. So in this position again you can do a Boden's mate. I want you to pause the video and find the Boden's mate. Look, the bishop is covering this dark square, and if you want to do Boden's mate, then you have to give check from this diagonal. And what's the problem? The pawn is covering this square, so you get rid of it. You play queen cross c6, sacrificing the queen, and now you can give check from this diagonal, bishop a6. Bishop is giving a check and these two squares are covered by the other bishop and rook is covering this line, so it's a Boden's mate. In this position we are white. Now I want you to pause the video and find the best move for white. Look, the bishop is covering these two dark squares, and if you want to do a Boden's mate, you have to give another check with your light square bishop from this diagonal. But the problem is bishop is standing in the way, so you have to get rid of this bishop. And that's why white sacrificed his queen. It's a check, so black plays bishop cross e6, and now you can play bishop c6. It's a Boden's mate. Both the bishops are controlling these squares. Checkmate. In this position you are black, and try to find the best move for black. And hint is bishop is controlling these light squares, so you have to give check from this diagonal. But the problem is b pawn is covering this square, so you have to get rid of this b2 pawn, and you do it by playing queen cross c3 check. After b cross c3 you can play bishop a3 and it's a checkmate. This bishop is controlling light squares and the other bishop is controlling the dark squares. In this position you are black. Now it's time to pause the video and find the best move for black. And look, the bishop is controlling these two light squares, so it means you have to give a check from this diagonal. And right now the bishop has to go to b4, so first you have to sacrifice the queen. Queen b4 check. Opponent takes it, and now the bishop comes on this diagonal. After bishop c3 we play bishop cross c3. Bishop is giving check on these two dark squares and these two light squares are covered by the other bishop, so it's a Boden's mate. I hope you enjoyed this mating pattern. That's it for this video. Now let's go to the next one.